Hello and welcome to the People Chronicles Storied Women. My name is Anna Rose Ingarra-Milch and I am your host. I am also the reigning Miss Pennsylvania Senior America. And sitting next to me today is my first runner-up. If I should drop dead, Jackie becomes the
God
queen.
forbid I ever become queen.
my first runner-up, her name is Jacqueline Maxie. She's a very special woman. She's a dear friend of mine as well. And she's going to share with us her story today. So Jackie, what is the one thing you want our viewers to take away from this conversation today?
Well, one thing I learned from my mom was always to brighten the corner where you are. And I've been through so many, like everybody has a story, and I've had my times when I felt like I'll never make it, I'll never achieve anything. And I always had to fall back on what my mom would say, okay, you're not where you want to be, but if you just do your best, I'm sure you will make it out all right. So I've always leaned on that, and no matter what I've went through, and like I said, the stories are many, but I'm just so glad that I had that teaching. And when I'm around other young children, I try to pass that on to them, so that they can know that they don't have to lead their life under the image or the title that someone else put on them, like saying that they're not smart enough or not pretty enough, or just be your best.
Right.
And that's always helped me.
And I know you do a lot of work with children now. I know. But if you could just take me back a little bit so if you're hearing from mom that you brighten the corner that you're in, which is I love that message. It's a great message, and yet so why do you think that you weren't lighting the corner that you were in? I mean, why did you know what I mean? What was happening in your life at that time?
Oh boy, so many stories. But if I can pinpoint one, well, growing up. Okay, I'm over 60, so
we're all over 60. That's what the pageant's about.
This was
you
way
have to be
back
over
then,
60 to even enter into this
exactly,
pageant. Many of the women are way over 60. But, so you're not
Yeah.
telling any secrets here. You're wearing a sash. Go ahead.
Well, times were really harder, when being a young black girl. And the teacher that I had, instead of her helping me to learn when I was having trouble, she would, one time she just slapped me on the back, and say, go sit down, you'll never learn it. And so I had to fight through, feeling like I'm dumb, I'll never learn, and my mom would always, tell me, you're not dumb, but as a child, hearing that from an adult, it takes a while to get through that. So after I, continued to go back to what my mom had said, and so many other positive seniors and people that were in my life to let me know, no, you're not dumb. You are a smart young lady. You have a lot going on. And I've heard somebody say once that it takes 30 days to form a habit.
Yeah.
Well, I had to hear it a whole lot that I'm not that dumb little girl or that ugly little girl, because when you feeling like that, you just feel, the worst. But I had to always come back to what my mom was telling me, and she's no longer with me. So my grandchildren didn't get to hear what she taught, so I have to make it my responsibility to teach my grandchildren. And I'm thankful that I did teach my children, so I try to be there for my grandchildren too.
But I know that you're also not only for your grandchildren, but for a lot of people's children.
Yeah.
So you grow up. You've got one person sending you this message that you are a light, and this other person sending the message is that there is no light for you, and there will be no light for you. So you reconcile that. You make this choice to say, no, I think I'll bet on what my mom says here, right? But I know that when you were telling me that there were lots of other things that were going on in your life, that for a period of time you bought into what the other people were saying, until you then went back to what mom is saying. And so now you're extending this light. So tell me about all this work that you do, because I think what you do are really phenomenal things that you do in your community. So what do you do?
Well, right now we're working on the Christmas pageant. So we have on Sunday mornings during our Sunday school time.
So you work in a church?
Yes.
Do you pastor?
No.
No, you don't pastor?
I'm one of the ministers there, but I'm not the pastor.
Okay, you're a minister. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the minister and a pastor?
Well, the pastor is over everybody, and I'm over the youth department.
Oh, okay.
And that's enough. I don't need to be over everybody. But yeah, we're working on the Christmas pageant. So that means I'm working from children very small to seniors, and all the different personalities that want to come out. So I have to do my best to keep everybody entertained, so no special age group is getting bored. So that brings a lot of creativity out of me.
And a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Well, you have the energy, though, Jackie. You really do. Tell me, do you think that your age has something to do with it? You know, that the older you've gotten, the better you've gotten?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because, like I said, when I was younger, my self-esteem was like so low, and then I married young, and that was an abusive relationship. And then he was telling me how I was dumb and ugly and all these things. So, and then I had to go back and, no, you're not. So it was a constant tug of war of trying to keep my sanity, in other words.
Sure.
So, but, I'm just so thankful, by the grace of God, that I've been able to keep it together. And here I am today.
First
and you can make it too.
Yeah, that's right. Tell them, girl, you go.
That's right.
So I know that you do a lot with your church, and I know that you do a lot with your community. That giving that back. I think it's really amazing. I think that one of the when I first met you, just a few months ago, is your singing voice.
Oh.
And that what you just exude, the joy that you exude in singing. I mean, it really is heartwarming. I mean, I think you bring a lot of joy to a lot of people.
I try. I mean, I've always figured that, like my mom said, to do your best. She said, if you're not going to do your best, go somewhere and sit down. So, in other words, she didn't play, So when I get up there to sing, I'm doing what I really, really love. And it doesn't always come out right, but I have fun doing it.
Right, and it is your best. And I think that one of the things when we talk about doing our best is that we're not in competition with anybody.
Right.
It just, it's my best.
Right, I'm just
doing
me.
I can do. Yeah. I'm just doing me. Exactly. I'm just being me. It's like when in the, be you, as it says in Lunch with Lucille in the book. You're just being you. You're just doing the best you can be. So you're always triumph. You always triumph over that.
And I enjoyed your book. I really did. And when I read this one part, it said about how to be the best. Let me see. I'm not sure how much time. I knew it was time I was beginning to be that powerful woman, although I could very easily have had a pity party for myself. I chose to see myself as a capable, strong, independent woman that I needed to be. And when I read that, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. But that comes with age. I mean,
yes.
That definitely comes with age.
That's right.
I often say that, since I hit 60, I really feel much more powerful than I've ever felt in my entire life.
Oh, yes.
Because age is definitely...
And then being retired, I mean, life is sweet.
Well, I'm doing the interview, so
okay.
retired. When I'm the interviewee,
okay. That's right.
Jackie, I want to thank you so much for coming today.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
To sharing that and to remember, that to shine in wherever you are.
Yes.
And obviously, as we get older, I think we shine brighter and brighter and brighter. So thank you very much. And thank you again, Jackie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for following Storied Women on the People Chronicles. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The People Chronicles, and you won't miss any stories.
These community stories are made possible in part by BCTV, Susie Ray Design, Queen City Family Restaurant, Lamar Advertising, Heidelberg Family Restaurant, Reading Air, Lions and Whole, Peanut Bar, and Kutztown University.